It is week 3 and we're ready for some more action here in the Ravens franchise as Baltimore here is hosting this week 3 matchup here with a 1-1 Detroit Lions. Lions are of course in third place currently in the NFC North with a 2-0 lead right now that the Vikings have, and of course Bears are currently 1-1. The Lions feel like it's a prime opportunity for them to, of course, get a win here today and try to go 2-1 in the division as they lost last week against the Bears at home 36-23. And of course, this week, we are currently 2-0, and the Ravens, as usual, looking really good here to start off the season. We want to try to continue that here today. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Baltimore Ravens franchise here on Madden 26. As it is week 3, like I mentioned, and of course there you see we're one of the top teams offensive points per game, 36.5 points a game. Of course, rushing yards and of course passing yards in the top of the league. And we're playing really good football right now. Not giving up too much rushing yards on the ground against opponents so far in these first 2 weeks of the season. And we're looking to decide if we can do that here today. Lions right now are third in points per game. They get about 30.5 a game. They are 10th in passing yards with 225 yards for the season, and 8th in rushing, as they have only given up 124 yards so far this season. And our plan of attack here this week is to use the running game on them, as it was pretty successful somewhat with the Bears last week against them. And of course this week we would like to try to continue doing so, as King Henry, of course, having a great first 2 weeks starting here in this series already. And we want to kind of continue laying more of that foundation of the running game with him. And of course, eventually open up the playbook a little bit more, or even so try to get, obviously Lamar involved in the running game. He's also important in that. And so far, the team, I feel comfortable with this team. This team looks, pretty good. We need to, I would like to get the passing game involved, and of course, be kind of watchful of what we need to do with the passing game when it comes to that. And that's always a tricky thing, especially here in Madden. Here in the last couple of years, they've made these linebackers a little OP at times, and it's a little difficult to deal with when you want to try to, especially when you got a good rhythm going. At some point, you're like, okay, the rhythm's getting a little too good. Let's go back to the running game here. But coaches wants us to, of course, focus on a couple of things going on this season. Now, as for our set load here, I'm still kind of tinkering with this. I'm still trying to understand this for the most part here for this new game here. I kind of wish they would have kind of, had an option if you go with this new system or go with the old system. I kind of enjoy the old system. It wasn't that bad. But I do like the information that I'm getting from this one. They give you a little bit more of showing you the mismatches, where you should attack at, and of course giving you some idea of what their other teams are doing. And that's what I like about that. I wish they would have something similar to that in college football. Sometimes I'm kind of wondering, like, okay, I need some data. I need to know what they are weak at, what I need to do, what I'm strong at playing, and what's the best setup for us to, of course, obviously try to get the win. So Alvin St. Brown there, you see his numbers, and he is, of course, going to be a huge target for them in the passing game. Of course, you got Jared Goff, who's their quarterback, who is right now ranked in 7th in the quarterback position here in the NFL. And of course, messing his timing up, getting him unsettled in that pocket is going to be huge for us if we can get a win here. So our linebackers need to be ready to go. Of course, I would even say some opportunities for some safeties to come in there to come at him and blitzes. And of course, you got Gibbs here. If you guys remember from our Chicago Bears series, he was pretty important to their offense, and I feel like that's going to be the same thing here in this game as well. As there you see his numbers so far this season, having a little bit of a slow start here of the season, but nonetheless, we definitely have to be watchful on him when it comes to the running game. On the other side of the ball there, defensively, of course, Aiden Hitchison is always going to be that player, that defensive edge rusher. who is going to obviously try to do his best to, of course, try to manipulate the game by attacking our quarterback and, of course, getting to our quarterback any way he can. And, of course, he'll have to be, again, we have to be very fearful of what he can do and kind of just keep close watch on, make sure he does not get to our quarterback too often. Kirby Joseph, the free safety for the Lions, of course, going to be floating around there looking for a chance to put one of our guys on an island all alone. Same thing with Brian Branch, as he is, this is his third year in the NFL. He's a superstar dev, and of course he will obviously be watching for those deep passes as well. I'm trying my best I'm trying to really get to Lamar's strengths here with the passing game. I will say Lamar's gotten better and better in the passing game in real life, and obviously in the Madden games now, where he can on the flip of a switch go from one to the other and do it smoothly, pretty almost near flawless in his gameplay. But we'll try to see if we can do that here today, as we are at home here in Baltimore for this Monday night game. I forgot about that. It is a Monday night game, so the world is watching, and we'll see what Dan Campbell's going to be doing here. Of course, Dan Campbell, he loves going for on fourth downs. We got to be very watchful of that, as he would love to keep us here on the field defensively as long as he possibly can. So we see a nice interception there. That is Jameer Alexander here. He's going to try to take this one back for 6, and he's going to return this one all the way into the inside the 15 for the Baltimore Ravens, as now the Ravens offense will have a short field here. The former Packer, now Raven, is gotten the football here, and he is going to get us a good field position to kick off here. Nice way to kick off this Monday Night Football here, as the Baltimore Ravens, Jameer Alexander, corner there, does a great job there snapping that one, just taking that one right away from St. Brown of all people. So let's see what we can do here to open this drive up. And there you see Lamar, 28 years of age, in his prime right now, 6'2", 210. Let's see what our, of course, MVP quarterback can do, as he's going to hand this one off to Henry. Henry trying to bulldoze his way down the field. Nice stiff arm, but he's going to get shoved out there at the 2-yard line. Let's see if we can try to finish this drive with Henry, as he gets the ball here on the outside, and that's going to be in the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown. Baltimore Ravens on the board. Nice job there from King Henry, as he finds his throne in the end zone. And that's going to be rushing touchdown number 5 for him, as they're playing a little bit of a, in this case, probably be Raven Duck, or Raven, let's see, what Duck Duck Goose, but I don't know what the game would be if it was a Raven, like Raven. I don't know. But anyway, regardless, they get on the board here. They open it up with a nice score there. Again, a nice job there defensively, helping us get that turnover and turn it into points, as we're back here on defense, and as we stop Gibbs in the backfield there. That's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. We'll see a 2nd and 12 coming up here on ball their own 24-yard line. That pass is going to be over there to Gibbs, as he gets the catch, as they're going to go to the passing game there with Gibbs that time. Nice job there from Goff getting that pass off as they get the first down. Moving the chains at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Jared Goff, as Goff is going to be brought down, and he is going to take a sack there. And it looks like one of our guys there, it looks like Washington, number 96, is going to have to come off the field here. Hopefully it's not too serious, as we have been also battling injuries as well, especially from the preseason. We're going to get some of our guys back here coming up here in a few weeks, hopefully in time for this Chiefs game coming up in the next episode, as we see Washington is going to have bruised ribs, and it looks like he will make a return back, but it'll probably be later, probably in the second half here. They're going to tape his ribs up here, as he still wants to be able to play. As we see a pass there, and that ball is going to be incomplete, as nice stop there defensively. As we see the numbers from Derrick Henry last week, 141, 2 rushing touchdowns, 141 yards on the ground. We'll see what we can do here. As we see a pass there being thrown. Nice catch, and that's going to go there to Hopkins, as he hits that one for a short gain. 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Ravens. as it is a packed house here at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore. As we'll see now, pass here up the middle there. That's going to be caught as Bateman has it, and he's going to get this one near the 45. That's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Ravens doing a good job here. They're now on their second drive of the quarter. Pass there being thrown in. It's going to be incomplete as Branch able to get there on time to break that one up. Nice job there from the defense. We'll see now what the Ravens going to do here on 2nd down. Ball there set up the 45. Nice catch there. Bateman has the football. Bateman's trying to do his best to move the field. But we'll see a nice catch there, and they'll finally be able to wrap him up as they get there. As you see, there's going to be a penalty there. That's going to be a defensive pass interference there. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty on their linebacker, sub-linebacker there, Alex Zuzo, there on that penalty. So it puts us there at their 40-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 after the penalty. Pass there being completed, or no, actually going to be dropped as Campbell's there on time, making the breakup. As now we'll see 2nd and 10. Drop back here, looks, fires there. That's going to be a nice catch as that's going to be down to the 30, or should I say the 15-yard line, as likely gets the catch. He is back from injury as he had a pretty nasty preseason injury, but now he is now back here ready to go as he is our backup tight end as he gets a nice catch there. Andrews, of course, out there, and of course we're trying to get the ball to him as well here, especially in these red zone situations. Pass there, that ball's going to be completed, and I believe, it's actually going to be dropped as that is broken up there as Wallace was trying to get to that one. We'll see now what we can do here on this 2nd and 10 coming up, as the Lions put some pretty good hits on us right now. As you'll see here, a thrown pass there. That's going to be in the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown for Baltimore. Baltimore gets their first receiving touchdown in today's game. First touchdown of the game here for Bateman. That's going to be touchdown number 3 for him this season. And Rashard Bateman finds the end zone. And the Lions now in trouble here now as Arnold comes on that tackle. Brings him down, but it's already too late. As they are going to get the first receiving touchdown of the day. 14-0 here. As now we'll see the Lions back here on offense. Jared Goff up the middle, throws this one. That's going to be complete as Laporta gets the catch. That's going to move the chains to the 39. Lions are trying to get something going here now as they're in trouble right now. They're down by 14 here in the first quarter. Opening drive wasn't started off too well for them. We'll see another catch there. That time is going to be completed. Jared Goff got, of course, picked off there earlier. Not the way you want to start the game off, especially the first play of the game. Goff now here has the football, and Goff being brought down as he scrambles for a 3 there. Able to move the ball there some. As St. Brown, John is jacking his jaw there with defensive player there of the Ravens. Man in motion now, I believe it's Laporta. As we see now, handoff here to Gibbs. Gibbs going to run this, and Gibbs getting a few yards there. As we'll see now a 3rd and 6 coming up here. Sawwell, and of course Laporta out there. Pass there is going to be thrown, and it's going to be completed. And that is going to be a 1st down for St. Brown and the Lions. Lions now creeping up here at the 21-yard line of the Ravens. And a handoff there to St. Brown. Does a little jet sweep. He'll get the catch, or get the carry there, and he'll get a few yards on that play. Looking to try to see if we can make a quick stop here, but Gibbs gets a nice little catch there. Nice job there. Gets a beautiful block there and finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions, as Jahmyr Gibbs finds his way in here for the first time tonight. Hopefully this will be the last time we'll see him there, as he gets a nice block there up the field. And you really just cannot say too much about that. That's just good play there from the Lions, putting their guy in that ball in the right position there for them, and putting 6 points on the board. It's now 14-7 as we're here at the 2:30 mark here in the first quarter. As Lamar now has the football here. Lamar decides to call his own number instead. And look at this run here from Lamar going down the field. He's going to get all the way down to the 34-yard line of the Lions. Big play there from the quarterback. So now we got to kind of settle down now here. Let's see what we can do. The Lions, of course, will be looking for that run. And they do so there as they find now Henry in the backfield there. A loss of 3 on the play. We'll see if we can try to get that back here on this 2nd and 13. Ball's placed at the 37-yard line. Jackson here drops back here. Screen pass there. Nice job there. As that's going to be Hill. Hill goes up the field, and he's going to get this one near the 21-yard line for the first down there. Nice catch on that screen pass there. And great blocking there for the linemen as they're able to move up the field. And, of course, gets Hill in position. We'll see now Henry back on the field here. Henry's going to go up the middle, but he's going to quickly get stopped. Gets about a yard on that carry. It's going to put him at the 20-yard line. 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. Try to see if we can try to score here now. As we'll see, Jackson going to take his time here now, read the defense. Jackson drops back, scrambles off to the right-hand side, going down the field here. Running this one here. He's going to get pushed out of bounds at the 7, and that'll be it for the first quarter. As the Baltimore Ravens having a good start here. They get the interception to lead off in the first drive, taking that interception, turning it into points with King Henry, and then later on we'll get another touchdown there with Bateman as they are able to put 2 touchdowns on the board, but give up 1 to, of course, Gibbs there on that nice screen pass there, getting himself in the end zone. It's now 14-7 as we go into the second quarter. So now here in the second quarter, we got the ball there on the line 7. It's passed there. It's going to be thrown there to Bateman, but Bateman is going to drop that one. It will be now 2nd and goal coming up. Lamar looking for a pass and try to get that one to the receiver, but it's going to be quickly dropped as they put a good hit on there on the receivers. We'll now see Lamar here try again. Lamar finds his tight end. That is going to be Andrews as he finds his way into the end zone, and that's going to be a touchdown. Mark Andrews, touchdown for the Ravens. As that's going to be Mark Andrews' 2nd touchdown of the season. As they're playing a little bit of a duck goose out there, and nice finish there as they're able to get another receiving touchdown here. 2nd touchdown of the day here for the 2nd receiving pass there. Receiving touchdown pass there for Lamar. That's now going to be his 6th of the season. And the Ravens now lead this one here in a commanding lead of 28-7. 9 plays, 76 yards off that drive. That's what you like to see. Let's see if the defense now can get the ball back for us. As we'll see a 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line here for the Lions. Play action. Goff here drops back here, fires this one, finds Laporta. Laporta gets this one, and he is successful. He gets the catch there at the 39. New set of downs here for the Lions as they'll go back to the ground game here with Gibbs. Gibbs here runs this, and he is going to be quickly stopped there as he gets no gain as he only gets back to the line of scrimmage there on that play. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Lions. As they'll see a man in motion. Gibbs in the backfield there. Quick pass, little RPO. Throwing that one there to St. Brown. St. Brown's able to hold on to it, and he's going to be finally taken down there at the 48-yard line. That's going to be a 1st and 10 here for the Lions. As they do a great job there of moving the chains. Actually, that was Patrick, on that catch. We'll see a man in motion. And we'll see that'll be Williams. As Gibbs here has a run, and he is going to get there, and he's going to get about get back to the line of scrimmage. I think they'll be nice enough to just get him a yard there on that carry. We'll see what they can do here now in this 2nd and 9. Last time they were up on the field here, they did a great job with the run here with Gibbs as they do it again. Of course, they finished the drive with Gibbs with the pass, but nonetheless, they were successful this time. It looks like they're trying to be that way again here on this one. Goff throws up the middle there. That's going to go to Williams. Williams gets the catch as he tries to maneuver through traffic there. And that's going to get into the 14-yard line. So 1st and 10 here for the Lions as they move the chains there to the Ravens 14-yard line. Drop back here from Gibbs. He'll throw this one up the middle. That ball is going to be broken up. as the defense gets there. Nice job there of breaking that up. That was intended to Patrick. As you see a screen pass here. Gibbs gets this one here, and Gibbs fights there, but he can't win the war there, that fight there too long there, as a group of Ravens able to get a hold of him there quickly. Now we'll see a pass up the middle there. Nice throw, but no catch there for Williams as he drops it right as he got that one in the end zone. Can't hold on to it. Can't make that the so-called football play, as that's going to be a complete pass. They're going to go for it on 4th and 5. You know it's Dan Campbell. He's going to go for it here, especially this close. I don't blame him. I mean, early on, I guess so. But we'll see a pass there being broken up. It was St. Brown trying to get it to it, but defense flocked around him, and did a good job there of breaking that play up. We'll get the ball there on our 8-yard line after that play. As now we'll see a quick pass there thrown. Nice catch as Zay Flowers gets that one. And that's going to put him at the 28-yard line here. 1st and 10, Baltimore. As they, of course, they're taking advantage of this opportunity now. Get down the field here. Take that turnover on downs and try to run with it here. As they, of course, that time they threw it to Zay. Trying to get to Zay here. Of course, but it wasn't so successful last time around. Thrown up there to Andrews again as he gets this one. He's going to come down with it. Nice throw. And a nice throw there from Lamar. And great catch there from Andrews. That's going to be a 1st down. I believe last time we played, last episode we had Zay. He had 3 catches for 29 yards. No touchdowns there. So he is definitely going to be looking to try to get on the board here. As we'll see, Hill now runs this one. As we'll see the ball there at the 42-yard line of the Lions. That's going to help move the chains there. Nice job there from Hill. 2nd and 2 coming up. Ball in 34. Hand off to King Henry. Henry here. He's going to have to battle with 2 Lions, but he is not going to come up. He's going to come up a little short there, getting that 1st down marker. We'll see if we can get it here on 3rd down. 3rd and 1. And nope, this time they say, nuh-uh. Yeah, we denied you last time there, Your Majesty. Not this time around. We're not going to let you get around with it again. So now 4th and 4 coming up here. We decided to go for it here. Jim Harbaugh says, yeah, okay, let's see what we can do. Or I should say John Harbaugh says, okay, let's go see what we can do. As we see here, a throw there. That ball, almost got intercepted as we went for it there on the run. Or should have dived there with Lamar, but unfortunately that's not. It's going to be a turnover downs there on us now. As both teams trying to go for it here, playing a little bit of a tug of war in the middle of the field here. As Gibbs now runs this one. He gets about 2 on the carry. We'll see 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball there on 39. Drop back here. Goff here throws this one there. That's going to go to Gibbs off to the sideline there to the left-hand side. Runs this, and he is going to get the catch and nice scamper for that 1st down. Ball's now placed at the 44-yard line of the Ravens as the Lions here has the football here. They're going to give it to Gibbs. Gibbs breaks off a tackle, tries to break off the 2nd one, but he's going to get wrapped up there quickly as he's able to get the get a few yards there. We'll see now what they can do here on this 3rd and 12. Goff here again drops back in the pocket here, looking down the field here. He's got to do something with it. He's going to throw it finally, but he's going to find Williams, and he's going to come up short of that 1st down marker. As Baltimore is going to call their first timeout. And, of course, make this kicker think otherwise. Let's see a 4th and 7 coming up. This ball is up, and this ball is going to be short. But there's a flag on the field here. And that is not what we need right now. We end up, Hamilton is going to end up roughing the kicker. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Automatic 1st down. Lions offense stays on the field here as Gibbs now gets another shot here at getting a touchdown. Laporta there making a nice block. As we'll see 2nd and 9 coming up. Pass there from Gibbs. Gibbs is going to get there as he'll get a nice little reception. 3rd and 6 coming up. Gibbs this time on the ground. He's going to run this one here. He's going to find a nice gap there to run through to get the 1st down as he gets inside the 10-yard line. Place it at the 9. It'll be a 1st and goal coming up now here for the Lions as they're looking for their 2nd touchdown of the game. 1st and goal coming up. Goff here drops back here in the pocket again. The pocket starting to collapse, and the pass going to be completed. Touchdown, Lions. How in the hell did Goff get that in that small window to almost say St. Brown? Nice job there. Look at this. He just throws a bolt right there, a bullet right in there. With all that traffic, Humphrey's there, and he's able to get that one in the end zone. So they kick the field goal here. This field goal is up, and the field goal is good. As that was 9 plays, 62 yards, taking almost 3.5 minutes on that in that drive. Now under a minute left here before we get to the half. We're up by 7 points. We'll see a pass there. That's going to be quickly passed there to Bateman as he gets pushed out of bounds at the 42. First down there for the Ravens. Ravens trying to get on the board here one more time before the half. As we see a quick pass there to Zay. Zay's going to get this one under coverage there. And that's going to put it on the 46, and we'll call a quick timeout. And we're trying to get ourselves at least set up for a field goal here. But, of course, Jackson and the Ravens offense would like to see a touchdown. We'll see if we can get that here with 36 seconds left. One timeout remaining. Pass there is going to be completed. And, could not get that, or could not get Zay to hold on to that as he drops it as it gets hit pretty good. So now ball at the 46 still. 2nd and 10. Pass there is being thrown. It's going to be intercepted. Nice throw, or nice interception. A horrible timing there. As Robertson is going to be able to get this one here. And the offense of the Lions now have a chance now to try to get this one and try to tie this up before the half. As I think that one was just a little forced. And we try to get that one to Bateman and try to at least, obviously try to get in field goal range here and take a timeout. But no, they timed that very well there and found out where we were throwing to. Goff now has the football here. Goff up the middle. That ball is going to be completed and caught there by St. Brown. Of course, obviously, we're going to have to watch out because this could be the case here for St. Brown in this situation. But Goff's going to have no choice but to get hit there on that play there as we get to the quarterback there. Nice job there defensively. Goff now here looking at 2nd and 17. Pass there is going to be thrown, but as you see there, that ball is going to be quickly dropped by Gibbs on that one. Now ball at the 36-yard line, 3rd and 17, and of course, nice stop as we push them back some more as they get a loss of a yard there on that play. A timeout being called, and that is going to be it for this one there as we try to hold on as much time as we can here in the first half to get down the field, but the half is over with, and that is going to be it in this one. As we go take a look at halftime here, and of course, all these games you'll see here in just a bit are all already played. We play against Kansas City coming up in the next episode. Right now, they're currently 0-2. As you see a nice pass up the middle here as Mahomes able to get there, I believe, to Rice as he is able to get that one. Brown. Hollywood Brown gets that catch. And they win that one 24-6 there against the Giants. So they get their first win of the season. As we'll see the 49ers taking on the Arizona Cardinals here in San Francisco. And we'll see a play here, and Brock Purdy and the 49ers get the victory there. They win this one by a possession, 21-14, as Kyrie Murray having a rough go there, starting off the season there with Arizona. As for the Chargers and Broncos, a nice little AFC West matchup here. You see Herbert here throwing this one here high and deep. That one's going to go in the end zone, and that is going to be a touchdown. And, of course, Bo Nix having a little trouble there today. 121 yards, 12-31. They lose this one as the Chargers win that one 22-10 is your final in that one there. There you see the rest of the scores around the league. Guys can go back and pause the video, check those out. But those pretty good games. As we got a pretty good one right now. First half, right now it's a close one. As the Lions are sticking with it. They had a rough go. Especially that first drive, give up the interception, and of course we took it, turned it over, and got ourselves some points. But they're starting to come back here. It's starting to be a dogfight. We'll see how the second half is going to play. We'll see, of course, stick with our game plan, shut down, make them run the football, and of course, get to Jared Goff as much as we can and make that. So far, you can tell that pocket is collapsing. He's getting a little nervous, so we got to continue doing that here in the second half. And of course, offensively, we got to, of course, move the football here with King Henry as well as with Lamar Jackson. Not taking too many shots down the field here, especially deep shots when it comes to the passing game. But definitely try to find our way in the mid the short and mid-range, and when it comes to running or the passing game. As you see a nice run here from King Henry, and that's what we need to be seeing. Him just bulldozing guys left and right. He gets a nice run there as he gets stopped at the 45. It's going to be a 1st and 10 there after the big run. And, of course, we haven't seen too much of Aiden Hutchinson there, but I'm sure he is going to be definitely be a huge impact in the second half. Pass there is going to be intercepted, and that is not what we need right now as Joseph gets the catch. But wait a minute, there is a flag on the field here. And it looks like it's going to be on Joseph. They say it's a defensive pass interference there. And that interception is going to be wiped off. That's going to be a 1st and 10 here for us. Ball at the 42. We find Andrews. Andrews goes down the field to the 17. Nice catch there for him on that play. 1st and 10 here after that big play. Now we go back to the ground game. As we'll see, Persall makes the tackle there on Henry. It's going to be a 2nd and 11 coming up here for the Ravens as they're looking to, of course, get the first touchdown here in the second half. Pass there going to be completed there by Bateman as he gets the catch. And that's going to put him at the 12-yard line. 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Ravens. As we're just still early in the 3rd quarter here. Pass up the middle there. That's going to go to Bateman. Bateman gets the catch. He's going to get inside the 5. They're going to mark him near the 2. And the Ravens have another 1st down. 1st and goal come up here for the Ravens. Now in this situation, you obviously know that one of these 3 guys is going to get the ball. Henry, Jackson, or Andrews. And right there, looks like they're trying to use Henry there that time, but the Lions sniffed that one very well as Campbell makes a nice tackle there. 2nd and goal coming up here, still a threat now. We'll see who's going to get the ball this time around. I imagine it'll probably try to go to the passing game here with Andrews. But they're going to go back to Henry. Henry's going to run this one. And Henry looks like he only got back to the line of scrimmage that time. So 2 rushing plays there they were unsuccessful with. They'll probably go to the pass. And that's exactly what they do. And that's going to be interception as Campbell gets a hold of it. The Mike linebacker read that one very well as he finds the interception. And that is not how we want our open drive to be. As Lamar was just too committed on that play. And, of course, the Lions knew that this situation right there, that's going to be Andrews here. And they did a great job there getting in front of that pass, getting the interception. So now, ball their own 4-yard line after the interception. Hand off to Gibbs. Gibbs going to be stopped in the back as he loses a yard on the play as Van Noy and a couple of linemen get to the backfield there, get to the halfback there on that stop. 2nd and 11 coming up as we're trying to, of course, get this ball back here and kind of pin them here inside their own 5. Pass there can be completed as we'll see a catch there. That is going to be completed as Patrick gets the catch. And that's going to be a 3rd and 2 coming up. Ball's on the 12-yard line here. They got to get to the 14 to get the 1st down. We'll see what they can do here as Goff here drops back in the pocket. Goff here throws this one. That's going to be caught. And Laporta gets the catch, and that's going to move the chains now at the 18. So 1st and 10 here for the Lions. As they're doing a pretty good job here. Play action here. Goff throws this one up there. That ball is going to be caught and it's going to come down. As St. Brown gets the catch there. Nice bang play there from him. We'll see now 1st and 10, ball on the 30. And pass there, and we'll see another tight end gets the catch. And there's an injury on the field here. Looks like a Raven is going to come off the field. And hopefully it's not too serious, as he is going to have to take a bit of a breather. We'll go down here, 1st and 10, ball on the 41. Pass is going to be completed. And that's going to be there as Owa was that player. As he is now on the sideline there for a bit. Ball now on the 43-yard line here. 2nd and 8 coming up. As we see a play action. Goff here drops back here. Finds a wide open man. That is Laporta. Laporta finding his way into the end zone and touchdown Lions. As Laporta was not even being looked at there. And the big man going to find his way into that end zone there. Nice job there. We got to Goff, but it was already too late. That ball was out of his hands. And Laporta, no one covered him at all. He snuck right behind the backfield and got his chance to get down the field here. 7 plays, 95 yards. on that drive. It's now tied 21 apiece. So we got a football game here now, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we have not scored here in the third quarter. As now Lamar says no, he's going to change that here as he runs this one down to the 46. Nice run there from the QB. We'll see what he can do here on this 1st and 10 coming up as we see a drop back here from Lamar. Pass there being completed there. That's going to be Andrews. Andrews is going to get the catch, and he's going to go all the way down to the 30-yard line as they again move the chains for another 1st down. As we'll see here, 1st and 10. Jackson here. Play action here, looking for a play here, looking for something deep. He's going to find Andrews. Andrews gets a catch, but cannot come down with it as he caught that one out of bounds. He only had 1 foot in bounds. So now they got to go for here on this 2nd and 10. Again, play action for Lamar. Lamar looking down the field here. Lamar rockets this one there. Finds Zay Flowers. Gets that one inside the 20. They're going to mark him at the 12. And that's a huge 1st down for the Ravens. Ravens now here gotten some cooking now. Hopefully this time they'll be more successful, not throwing an interception. As we'll see a pass being, a handoff there. As of course now that's Lamar Jackson's 4th interception we've seen earlier. Let's not try to get a 5th one here. As we'll see a run, and that's going to be King Henry into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. As that is King Henry's 6th rushing touchdown of the season, his 2nd of the day. And the Ravens now finally get back the lead here. They had a nice 7-point lead going into half, and that, of course, got shrunken very quickly as we threw that turnover. And then, of course, the Lions would go on down the field with a great pass there to Laporte to get the touchdown, tying it up. And now we have now broken that tie. As now 6th play, 70 yards. It's almost taking 2.5 minutes off that clock. And now they have the lead at 28-21. So a close ball game here. There you see Jared Goff had a really excellent day there. 21 of 28. We got to stop that. I see a pass there, and that ball is going to be intercepted. Wow, what a catch there. That is Alexander again. Jaleel Alexander, his 2nd time today getting an interception. What a play there from him. As we'll see here again, he is matched up with St. Brown, and he was actually behind St. Brown there a little bit. That ball was a little underthrown there. I think the line might have got to the quarterback that time. So we get the ball here now on the 50, near the 50-yard line. A run here from King Henry as he's trying to run up the field, but they're going to do a good job there of stopping him, capping him of a loss of 3. 2nd and 13 here, ball their own 46. Hand off. Henry here getting a good block there off the edge. Runs down the field here. Trying to break the tackle, but he's going to get wrapped up at the 40 of the Lions. 1st and 10 there for King Henry and the Ravens. As you see his X Factor getting lit up here. He's ready to go. He's in the zone. We'll see a handoff there. He breaks the tackle. Breaks another one here. Going down the field here. No one can touch him as he gets into the end zone again. Touchdown, Ravens. As that's going to be his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. And that is going to be touchdown number 7 for King Henry. And there you see he is fired up and excited here. It seems like he's got 2nd life here in Baltimore. The last season, of course, this season as well. As he's done a great job there running the football there. 3 plays, 51 yards. Nice job there, of course, taking that turnover from Jaleel Alexander and turning it to points. 35-21 now here. Ravens here looking to try to get a quick stop again. As we'll see St. Brown gets the catch, and that'll end the 3rd quarter. We're able to get 2 scores in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if we can get a few more here. Let's make some good stops against this Lions team that's starting to roar back in this ball game. With a nice play there from Laporte earlier there. Let's not make any more mistakes like that as we're trying to get the victory here and try to move on to going 3-0 for the season here on Monday Night Football. 2nd and 8 coming up here on their own 29-yard line. Lions pass there. That's going to be completed. Nice throw from Goff. Getting that one there to Patrick on the catch. 3rd and inches coming up here. Of course, they're going to run this one with their quarterback. He kind of a tush push there. Gets himself in there, and that is going to be a 1st down. 1st and goal coming up, or 1st 10, I should say, coming up. As they'll run this, and they'll hand out one to Williams on that jet sweep. It doesn't get too much there on that play, if any. All now on their own 39-yard line. Drop back here for Goff. Goff up the middle there. Finds St. Brown. St. Brown gets the catch. And that ball is going to be caught and completed there. Looking at a 3rd down coming up. Ball on their own 45. Goff here throwing this one high, deep. This is up, and it's going to be in the end zone as Williams comes down with it. Jazeer tried his best to match up with Williams, but it was a track meet that Williams obviously won. And that one was right there what he needed, right in front of him. Got his hands up, took him, and brought it down, and got that touchdown there as he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. 6 plays, 73 or 74 yards on that drive. And see Lamar's numbers there. Good day there for him. Both through the air and the ground, at least on the ground, doing a great job, excellent job there on the ground. Air, a little 2 interceptions, a little iffy. Pass there being thrown, and oh my goodness, almost got taken away there from us. As I think it was likely trying to get that catch. We'll see now, 2nd and 10 coming up. As Jackson, of course, he's had some problems here today with the interceptions, but we're trying to, get rid of that. As we see, likely gets the catch there, covered pretty well by 2 defenders, and he comes down with the football there with the 1st down. I think that's what Coach Harbaugh wants to do. He wants to get him out of this funk. Hey, you threw 2 picks. That is not going to stop our game plan here today. We need you to throw some passes here. And of course, we got to time them right. And we'll see a run there. Nice carry there for Henry as he gets a few yards on that carry. 2nd down coming up here on their own 39. Hand off to Henry again. Of course, his X Factor's lit up. He's breaking tackles left and right, trying to get around his own man there. And he'll get a stop there at the 42. Nice run there from King Henry. We got to keep it going here for him. As we'll see a pass there. Then being thrown there. That's going to go to Hopkins. Hopkins going down the field here. Hopkins looking for the end zone. Hopkins gets pulled down and drug into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. As that's a nice run. Nice catch and run there from DeAndre Hopkins. As that's going to be his 1st touchdown of the season here with the Ravens. As Monday here on Monday Night Football, the crowd loving this. Seeing a veteran like his caliber here is kind of weird, not seeing him get already a touchdown already this season here. In week 3, he has finally got on the board, and he's got himself a touchdown as well. 5 plays, 83 yards, almost 5 minutes off that drive. And that was a nice one there, 42-28. Nice little back and forth game here. Defensive's pretty much not showing up for either team now. As Porta gets another good catch there. Almost took that one to the house as well. And of course, we got to keep a close watch on him now. As Goff here throws this one up there, that's going to be thrown, and that's going to be complete by St. Brown. Ball at the 47-yard line here, 2nd and 1. And we'll see a Goff here hands this one off to Gibbs. Gibbs here gets a nice little juke move there, gets down the field, and he's going to get to the 35. After a nice run there, nearly 20 yards on that carry. 1st and 10 coming up. As we'll see Jared Goff play action. Jared Goff has got to do something with the football there. Jared Goff fumbles it, and oh my goodness, nobody could pick it up. No Raven could pick it up, but one of the linemen for the Lions does. That should have been a scoop and score there. I don't know what happened. I don't know how we completely. Oh, I missed that. Just completely whipped on that. That should have been our ball there. But they lose 8 on the play. 2nd and 18 coming up. Ball at the 43-yard line. Guys, we got to do better than that on defense. Especially a guy against like that, like Goff. That's Goff there to try and get rid of the football there. Throws it quickly and over the head of the receiver. We'll see now 3rd and 18 coming up here. Drop back for Goff. Goff's going to go here. This one high and deep into the end zone. That ball's going to be broken up. Almost taken away there. As that was a good play there for the defense. They're going to go for here, obviously. 4th and 18. 4:30 left here in the 4th quarter. Goff here throws this one up high and deep. Going to go up here. Can we break it up? Yes, we do. And that's going to be incomplete pass. It's going to be a turnover and downs there for the Lions, as Smith did a great job there defending. And now we have the football here. So now we can pretty much control the clock if we really need to, which we need to. But you see Davenport bring our quarterback down. So that's going to be a loss of 4 on the play. As we'll see now here, we'll see a nice option here as, oh no, a fumble! Oh, come on, Lamar. You got to do better than that, bro. As Aiden Hutchinson retrieves the football there and gives the ball back to the Lions here. I was trying my best to try and spin out of that. You see there? But yeah, and then turn around, they just stripped it really good as we lost any chance of getting that football there. And now Lions get a chance now to try to get down the field here and try to make this game a little more closer. As they're already down by 2 possessions, 42-28. As there's 3:50 left here in the game. And pass there, going to be thrown, and it's going to be completed there at the 24-yard line. Nice throw there from Goff to his receiver. 1st and 10 there on the play. Goff now here throwing this one, and that one's going to be completed there by St. Brown. That's going to be a gain of 3. 3rd and 7 coming up here. Guys, we got to pin our ears back. We got to make some good plays here, break up some plays. Just do whatever you can to try to get a defensive stop. As we'll see a throw there as Smith gets there, but it's too late. As that's going to be caught by Laporta as he gets the 1st down. Ball to 12. Goff again drops back. Gets a good pocket this time as he finds St. Brown. Gets the throw. And that catch is going to be made there. Now placed at the 3-yard line. 3rd and 2 coming up. As, of course, trying to see if we can get a stop here on Goff. Goff throws this one to Gibbs, and there is nobody there. And Gibbs finds his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. As Jamar Gibbs is in the end zone. That's his 2nd time now here today. Both times have been rushing touchdowns here. And actually, maybe he's been in the end zone 3 times? I can't remember. I know at least twice now he's been in the end zone with receiving touchdowns. I think he has 1 rushing touchdown as well. So he's having an excellent night here on Monday Night Football. And there you see they do get the 2-point conversion there by Williams. 7 plays, 42 yards, only having the ball for 40 seconds there. And now the Lions now think they can get back in this ball game here now with a 42-36 game. You would think they call the onside kick there, but they do not. They actually kick it to us. So I guess they're betting on Lamar trying to fumble the football again. So we'll have to make sure that does not happen. As we'll give it to our ball security guy here. That is going to be no other than King Henry as he runs this one. Hill now has the ball here. He's going to run this one. He holds on to it tight there at the 42. And the Lions are, of course, forced to use a timeout. Lions use their timeout now, as I believe they have 2 left here in the game. As we'll see a handoff to King Henry. Henry there does a great job there. Henry just shrugs a man off. He is going down the field here, and he's going to put himself into his castle as he finds a rushing touchdown there. That is his 4th of the day, his 8th of the season, as King Henry making a beautiful run there. That one stiff arm there was just enough there. Boom, right there. As he is able to stiff arm the free safety, Joseph. And he's like, nope, that is my kingdom. I need to be in it. And he takes his way into it and gets the touchdown. We're going to go for here on the 2-point conversion here. As trying to put some distance between us and the Lions here, just in case. There's still plenty of time left. 2:19 as we'll see a run here from Hill. And he is going to run this one in there. It's going to be now a 50-36 ball game here. Lions would need 2 onside kicks and score to be able to get close to us here. And with that 2-point conversion here, that makes it a little more difficult for them if they happen to do so here, the way they've been playing right now. So now Jared Goff has to come out here, try to complete the impossible with only 2:15 left. We'll see what our defense can do. As this Lions, this pretty much so far, this I would say last quarter and a half has been just pretty much offense. Not much defense being played here by either team. I think defenses are both kind of worn out. 2 minutes left as Jared Goff here drops back. Pass there, going to be completed. Right down at the 47. As Patrick gets the catch. Now there's no huddle time now here for the Lions. And of course, we have to be aware here. We got to try to make a quick stop here, because they're not going to let us change our personnel. Goff here runs this one instead as I almost had him there, but over pursuit that time. Could have had a play there defensively, but I just wasn't smart about it. 2nd and 3 coming up as Goff here drops back here, throws this one there to Patrick. Patrick just gets the catch, and they get to the 32-yard line for the first down. All right, fellas, come on. We got to do something here. We got to be smart here on these stops. We can't let them keep resetting here. So we'll see a pass there. That's going to be incomplete. And nice job there getting our hands up and making that break up there. It's now 2nd and 10 here. This pass going to be thrown up there. That's going to be tossed, and it's going to be it. No, it's an interception, but out of bounds. So 3rd and 10. Of course, that was Alexander there getting that catch. We'll see a deep pass again here. This is up deep. This is broken up, and that's going to be a nice stop there as Wiggins gets the stop there defensively. As the Ravens fans here looking to see if their team can get one more stop here. 1:03 left. 4th and 10 coming up. Ball still on the 32. Goff here throws this one up there. That's going to be thrown, and that's going to be caught into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. As Tim Patrick gets a catch, finds his way into the end zone here, and now they got to go for 2. As, of course, if they can get this, and, of course, the onside kick will be coming up here, so we'll have to get our hands team ready. As we'll see a man in motion, that'll be St. Brown. Goff here, drops back here, fires this one in there, and just rivals that one to Gibbs. It's now, that was a 9-play, 75-yard play. It's now 50-44 here on Monday Night Football. Talk about poor defense here now in this last, quarter and a half. It's just been abysmal for both teams here. And both offenses are still playing strong here. And see an onside kick as we have it Hopkins there, and Hopkins has it. As now the Tigers, or I should say the Lions now here have 2 timeouts remaining, and of course they got to make a quick stop here. So we'll have the football here to Henry. Henry going to run this one there, and a timeout being called by the Lions. And it's Campbell there has to call timeout. I'm sure he did not like that at all. 53 seconds left here, 2nd and 7. Of course, we're going to feed that ball to the beast in the backfield there. That's going to be Henry. Henry's going to get swallowed up there quickly. And good job there from the defense stopping him in the backfield as they burn their 3rd and final timeout now here in today's game. Ball on the 47. We'll see a handoff now to Henry. Henry's going to run this here. He's got the first down, and they're going to be wise and try to push him out of bounds, but that is pretty much it. As we go ahead and take a kneel down, and the ball game is over as we win this one 50-44. Nice victory here for us, but the defense, man, talking about the defense, it was towards the end here, it was not too good in our favor there. We could have easily gave up some points there to the Lions, but we battened down the hatches and buckled ourselves in and made some good defensive stops there towards the end. I guess that's the most important thing there. But yeah, we just gave up right there. That was just a bad play there. I thought Alexander, he was on, he got 2 interceptions. Technically he had 3, but that last one was out of bounds. But he had 2 interceptions in the game. I thought we can. They did a good job there, mismatch, having us match up, Patrick like that, and that final play there. That was a good call there by the Lions. But yeah, we were able to win this one here, and we were able to walk out of here with a nice victory here on Monday Night Football. So Lions are not a team to mess around with. We definitely cannot let them hang around, as we have to, if we happen to face them again, which obviously would be if they get to the Super Bowl, or if we get to the Super Bowl. But I wouldn't mind playing them again. because that was actually a really fun game. I had a lot of fun playing that. So, but yeah, it was towards the end there. It was just like, oh my god, like no one's playing any defense. Like really, seriously. -1 for us, +1 there for the Lions and turnovers. So you see, we had 2 interceptions and a fumble. I don't know. I was trying to spin my way out of that move there, but after I made that play, I'm like, that was stupid. that was just a down. I should have just went down, but I was just ego got to me there. The time possession pretty close there, but they beat us 22 minutes 31 seconds. We had 21 minutes 29 seconds in that game. So good job there from Jared Goff and the offense there, trying to stay on the field as long as they can. Goff 36 of 51, 490, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He completed 70% of his passes. For Jackson's 17 of 30, 315, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions there from him. King Henry, 23 carries, 178 yards, 4 touchdowns on the ground here today. He had a nice day, 9 broken tackles, and 106 yards after the catch, or after the carry there from him on that one there. And then there you see the numbers for St. Brown, 11 catches for 86 yards, a touchdown. Laporta's 7 catches for 120 and a touchdown for him. Gibbs, he had 7 carries for 7 receptions for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bateman, 5 catches for 54 yards and a touchdown. Williams, 4 catches for 102. So they had 2 guys there, had a 100-yard day. Of course, Zay Flowers, no touchdowns there for him, but 3 catches for 51. Of course, Andrews, 4 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown for us. Defensively, some of our top defensive players there was Smith. He had 11 tackles for. He also had 4 TFLs and a sack. Van Noy had 2 tackles and a TFL. And Starks had 9 tackles and a TFL as well. So, great day there for us. Alexander, most importantly, why I forget about him. Alexander, 5 tackles and 2 interceptions in that game. Almost ran that first one back for a touchdown there, but they got to us pretty quick there. Branch had the most tackles there for the Lions in today's game. He had 11 for them. We'll see who their TFL leader was here in this one. But yeah, the defense was just Passell. He had 4 TFLs there in the game. Campbell's right behind him. The Mike linebacker with 3. A couple guys with 1 in the game. Sacks wise, I'm surprised they did not get to us in sacks. Wow. I know I had LeBron running a lot there, but I could have swore they at least got 1 off of us. Interceptions, Campbell there, of course, got that one in the end zone there as we were trying to sneak that one past him and try to get to Mark Andrews, but yeah, they were wise up on that one there. Aiden Hudson, he had a forced fumble and 2 fumble recoveries there in this game. Wow, did not realize he had that. So, but we'll take a look around the league here. Look at some scores here that are wrapping up. The Saints taking on the Seahawks here in Seattle. Seattle wins this one. Sam Darnell, 20 of 31, 251, 2 touchdowns. Final score 43-37 there. As CJ Spiller was the player of the game there for the Saints. As we head back there to Los Angeles, and the Denver Broncos taking on the Chargers. And we'll see here, Herbert here throws another deep pass here, as this one's going to drop. Oh, nice one-handed catch there. They win this one 22-10 at home there against the now 1-2 Broncos. And don't forget, go check out my Broncos franchise and mission recondition over on the second channel. There is starting up here pretty soon, and it's been a lot of fun putting that series together as well. And of course, don't forget to also check out our first mission recondition series in the Madden series with Jacksonville. Definitely go check that out as well, as we're still going to be playing on that from time to time, because I'm liking what I'm seeing for that team. with the Jags there. But with this one here, we are done. We are finished with week 3. We head on to week 4, and oh boy, we're going to Kansas City as we have to take on the, of course, most recent Super Bowl champions a couple of seasons ago, and that'll be Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead. It's going to be a very loud, raucous crowd. If you've ever been to Arrowhead, it's one of the toughest places to play, and they really, the crowd really gets into it, and it's kind of hard to block out that noise. But we're 3-0, taking our undefeated record right now, the best team in the AFC right now. But you can't count out the Chiefs. Even though they have a under 500 record right now, they're 1-2. You can't count them out. Of course, Patrick Mahomes, your player of the week. I'm sure he is definitely going to be trying to, they got to win against the Giants in week 3. They would like to try to continue and try to steamroll us in a chance to get another win in the next episode. So we'll definitely have to be watching. Of course, Patrick Mahomes is going to be the guy that we're going to be keying on most, especially with him. If we can shut him down, that means we can shut Worthy, Kelsey, as well as Rice very quickly in the game. Of course, we have to maintain Pacheco as well. So a lot of targets to worry about coming up in the next episode. Of course, defensively, you got Chris there, who is dominant. Chris Jones is one of the dominant defensive linemen out there, especially for the Chiefs. So a lot of people we have to worry about. We'll talk more about that coming up in the next video as we get ready for week 4, taking on the Chiefs at Chiefs Kingdom there in episode number 4. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And of course, don't forget to leave us a like, and of course, subscribe and hit that bell notification as well. And of course, don't forget to check us out on our second channel here on ESGNet Plus LP. As like I said before, we have a mission recondition series, one with the Jacksonville Jaguars from Madden 25, as well as on Madden 26. We got the Denver Broncos over there as well, and of course, college football content with Coaching Carousel over there, and of course, some Road to Glories as well on the second channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more here on the channel. As always, keep yourselves each other healthy, and I will see you all next time.